Um, Hi everyone, my name is Juan Fernandez. I am an automation engineer, and this is my first time participating on the hackathon, specifically for automation. So before to start to explaining the project that I work with my partners, I want to give them the opportunity to introduce themselves. So let's start with your introduction. Go ahead.
Hi team, my name is Dani Barrientos. I am software engineer in test and I like this opportunity for participation in this hackathon. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thanks, Danny.
Okay, good morning, team. My name is David Moreno. I'm system engineer. I work as test automator, and I feel really happy to participate in this process.
Great. So as I told you before, Danny, David, and I this is the first time for us on a hackathon, and we want to explain a little bit the project that we are working at this moment. So this project is an scalable solution for automating web pages in different language. And we are using an API tools for that. And the second thing that we added to this project is an EA tools using Healenium. And the idea of this tool is to helping us to improve our automation script when something is happening with the project. So if any element is changing, their IDs, name, expat, something like that, Selenium has the capacity to change automatically the code and continue working the automation script. So before to give you more details, let's start with the API. So the first thing is that we use JSON-server that is here in the resource folder. You can see that we have a language API and we are using JSON-server. JSON server is a local API that we can run on our laptop or our PC when we can introduce a JSON file and is going to behave as an API. So here you can see that we have a DB-JSON where we are including different language like English, Spanish, French, German, and Portuguese for different elements like a label, inputs for login, inputs for password. We can see here inputs for check-in date. We are simulating a booking hotel, for example. So the idea of this is that in every project, all the developers are using a JSON file to get all this information and is helping them to use the translation for different languages. The idea is that we as an SDE can use the same JSON file to create an automation. So what we are doing at this moment is that we create a simple get so we can go through this task. We are using Serenity BDD on this project, and we are using a screenplay as a pattern. So that's why we are using a tags folder here. You can see that we are using a get. We are pointing to this resource. What you are seeing on this resource is this. So you can see that we are pointing to a local host. This is language. We can see all the information. And we are sending all the body of the response to these models. So we have a model for every single element in different language. This is one of the approach. Another one that we can use for this one is to create an enum, but this is just to give you an example what we are doing. We have all the languages here, and you can call this model class and use the language depending on the region that you are located. So this is the first approach. You can see that it's a pretty easy implementation and is going to help us to improve their automation. And the best thing is that we don't need to repeat all the elements. We just need to create one element, use this API to know what is the element that we need to interact, and then we can continue the process. The second thing that we are adding on this project is the auto healing. This is something really special for us because you know that now in the in the whole world, we are using artificial intelligence, and we are including this into the project. So what we are doing here is that we include this folder uh, where when we have different YAML files for the Healenium tools. So you can see that here we have a Docker desktop. We are running different images for Selenium Hub, Healenium, different nodes for Firefox, Edge, Chrome, and all of that. I started using this. So you can see that this started and this is still running. So basically what we are doing on this is that we are using a specific page that is called here. Let me show you what is happening on this. Basically, what we are doing is that we are opening the page. Once that we are opening the page, we are interacting the elements. When all the elements are present in the page, we are clicking on submit. This is changing uh, the way that we are identifying the elements, and then we need to find the element again. This is what we are doing on this test. And in the two validation that we included on this is validating the first element, and then is trying to get the ID. If it's not present, it's doing the auto healing, and it continues validating the same element with a different ID, name, expat, depending of the change that is happening on the HTML DOM. If I show you this, you can see that we have a report. On this report, this is this result, where we are including just one scenario for the element that I show you, the test case that I show you. So you can see that is passed. And when it finds the element, click on submit and find the element, the steps are working. Just to conclude, the first or the most important thing here is that we are using Serenity BDD because we have the possibility to focus on automation, and this framework is creating the report for us. We don't need to add any other line of codes specifically for screenshots. The only thing that we are doing is just creating the code here, launching the Docker images for Healenium, running the API in a local server, and start doing all these changes. So yeah, that's basically our project. So we decided to call it AI and API translation for web automation. And we hope that we can continue work on this project to improve this. Maybe it could be a framework in the future, but it's a good approach to the people to use it in their projects. I don't know if Danny or David has something to add to this, or we are good with this explanation.
No, it's a good explanation, Juan.
Oh,
Thank you.
great explanation. Cool.
Okay, good. So yeah, that's basically our project. You have the repository link. This is public, and we want to continue working on this project. We are really excited to this hackathon. We enjoy to work together. We spent a lot of time working on this task, and yeah, thank you so much for your time seeing this video, for the opportunity to work on this hackathon, and we hope to be the winners. Thank you so much.